from Our Lady of Mount Carmel in 1985 to your radio station that you're listening to across the state of Michigan. I'm Michael Patrick Shields. Awfully nice of Coach Carr to join us. Coach Tom Izzo will join us in a couple minutes. He's back from Augusta National. He's at the Big Ten meetings in Chicago, so we'll catch up with him in just a minute. Lots of name dropping this morning because we were with Matthew Stafford, the Detroit Lions quarterback, yesterday in Grand Rapids at the Ford Fieldhouse in the morning for a private event with a bunch of middle school kids who were excited to see him. So too was Andy Hetzel, the Vice President of Corporate Communications for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, who was pretty excited, and he was there too. It was a Blue Cross event put together and designed to get kids, off the video games and on their feet. Huh, Handy?
Wasn't that a great day in Grand Rapids yesterday? And we appreciate your participation in that event, Michael Patrick. You added a lot to warming them up for the big surprise of the day, and that was Matthew Stafford, who's been a great partner with us in helping to address a real problem in our state.
Well, it was nice to have, I said to the kids while Matthew Stafford was standing there, let's imagine he just threw a touchdown pass. What would it sound like in Ford Field in Detroit? Let's recreate that here in Ford Fieldhouse in Grand Rapids. And they brought down the roof, and I bet Matthew didn't mind hearing those kind of cheers as he gets ready for the new season.
Not at all, and I think that they gave a challenge to all the Lions fans that are going to be packing Ford Field this fall to see if they can make their stadium as loud as that Fieldhouse was in Grand Rapids yesterday. That was a pretty good job of getting them warmed up, and they were really excited to see Matthew, and that's really what he brings to our partnership. Is a lot of excitement and that celebrity that can really sort of turn up the spotlight a little bit on this problem, Michael Patrick. And the problem of childhood obesity and obesity in general in Michigan is growing as it is in other states. And we're grateful for Matthew's partnership with us at Blue Cross. We're also grateful for the involvement of Michigan State University's College of Human Medicine in Grand Rapids, which has been a fantastic partner with us on this program. We're in 4 elementary schools in the city of Grand Rapids, in underserved areas of the community. And what we're doing is we're engaging the students and the broader school community to really develop programming that works in other schools. This is sort of a test pilot for us where we can find out how to engage the students most effectively engage and involve the community in helping these kids understand the benefits that come with exercise and healthy eating.
Well, they were certainly active yesterday, and as you said, they were all juiced up after seeing Matthew Stafford in his Lions jersey. And looking very healthy, by the way, and I had a chance to chat with him a little bit before we went on stage and talk with him about how my son Harrison, who he's met before, is probably not going to play high school football. He's going to focus on hockey instead. And I said, what am I going to do? I want to steer him to football, but I don't want to push too hard. And he said, well, when I grew up in Texas, we didn't really have access to hockey, so I ended up playing football. But just imagine what that tall guy would have looked like with the wing wheel on his jersey, huh?
Yeah, unbelievable. And he is in great shape, and he's healthy again. And we're hoping that he can lead the Lions back to prominence. It's been a while, and the city of Detroit, at least, if not the broader state of Michigan, is very excited for Matthew and the other young Lions, and hopefully we can get the season underway and so they can demonstrate exactly what they can do on the field.
Well, we had Ken Delafour there, who obviously is with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and played for the Lions, the Steelers, and the Chargers, and he's been a nice local contact with Blue Cross for Matthew Stafford, obviously being new to the NFL and new to town. It's nice for him to have a veteran to talk to when he wants to, and Jeff Connolly was there, the West Michigan president from Blue Cross, and Pat Pritchard, too. And they all sort of had the same impression when you meet Matthew Stafford for the first time that I did, is that he seems, I don't want to say soft, but, he's still got a kind of a baby face, doesn't he?
Well, he's only 22 years old.
Yeah.
He's a young man. And I think that's, in terms of our partnership and what he's doing with the students in these schools that we're involved in, I think that's a very important thing. He relates to the kids. He's very friendly. And he's got a common approach that really helps connect him in a very meaningful way to young people.
Yeah.
And at Blue Cross, we're happy to have him as a partner. He's a great partner. He is committed personally to the cause that we're invested in. And we're happy that he is spending the time with us going around the state and involving kids in ways to get them active and healthy. It's very consistent with what the NFL does through Play 60. But our program is different, and in Grand Rapids, it's very substantive, and we were happy to have him there yesterday.
Yeah, and he had a little secret yesterday, too, that he didn't tell us about, and that when he left the Ford Fieldhouse, he jetted back across in the car to Detroit, and he had a workout with his Lions players. About 30 of them got together for an informal workout at Country Day High School in Birmingham there. All four of the team's quarterbacks were there, the entire offensive line, and Matthew Stafford said he was feeling good. So despite the fact that the NFL lockout is going on, the Lions are smart enough to know they got to stay in some kind of shape, in case there's a season, and we're all hoping there is, but we can take a cue from that from that playbook too. If those guys have got to make sure they stay in shape, imagine what we have to do.
That's right, and that event at Country Day was a priority for those players, and I think that speaks to the priority that Matthew puts on his involvement with Blue Cross and the broader community around this issue. He did spend a significant part of his day in Grand Rapids with us yesterday and then drove across the state to get to his workout on time. He wasn't going to back out of his commitment to us and those kids. And I think that speaks volumes to the kind of partner he is and the kind of commitment he has to making our kids healthier.
Well, we're glad he's in the Honolulu Blue, and glad he's with Blue Cross, too, and thanks for putting that event together. Can you imagine those kids all went home and said, the Lions quarterback was there yesterday, and their parents said, come on, and they said, no, it's true, and then, of course, they talked about their efforts and the exercise that went on. The kid power was really strong there yesterday, and we sure appreciate it.
It was very cool, and we're looking to do it in the future with Matthew's partnership.
All the best to you, Andy Hetzel, the Vice President of Corporate Communications for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. They put that event together yesterday with Matthew Stafford. I was lucky enough to MC the event, and we had a big giggle. Now, Matthew Stafford's one of the only guys I know who turned down an invitation to play Augusta National. Ken Dallaford did it, too, and Kerry Mitchelson from College Fields, and Gregory Eaton. 4 guys who've turned down invitations to go to Augusta National. Now, it wasn't because they didn't want to go there. It was because they were busy with some other things and they didn't want to break a commitment and they couldn't go. But they're all on the list now, hoping they get invited again someday. Now, Matthew Stafford told me a year ago about this. Now, he played at the University of Georgia, so it wasn't that much of a stretch. He could have easily driven there, but he couldn't do it. And I asked him yesterday, have you been invited since? He said, nope, not yet. So he's hoping one day to get back to Augusta National, and I understand, in fact, he's playing Oakland Hills this morning in Detroit. So he likes golf. Now, the guy we're going to talk to next was waiting for his invitation, and when it came, he said, yes, sign me up. I'll even wear green at Augusta National. It's Tom Izzo, who spent last week down there at the National, and when he joins us in a couple of minutes, we'll hear what that was like for him. Oh, and I did show Matthew Stafford. We were talking about my son Harrison playing hockey instead of football. I did show him in my wallet-sized picture of Jim Nantz putting the green jacket on me at Sawgrass last week, and we all got a kick out of that. You can see that picture at MichiganTalkNetwork.com if you want to connect there, or it's in our lobby. Come see us here in our American Metal Roof studio. We have a lobby with memorabilia and so forth and some of those funny pictures, so stop by. We're just a couple blocks from the Capitol on the Avenue of Michigan. Ready to see you any morning. Michigan Talk Network is the spot if you want to join us virtually from anywhere in the state. AmericanMetalRoofs.com is our studio sponsor. Find them at AmericanMetalRoofs.com. Save up to 50% on your energy bills or get a snazzy new roof that'll last a lifetime. Tom Izzo coming next. I'm Michael Patrick Shields on Michigan's Morning Show.